National broadcast policy, level playing field or stifling growth. The OTT versus DTH debate in India's content market. Debate ensues over national broadcast policy, emphasizing fair competition for OTT platforms alongside DTH and broadcasters. The proposed national broadcast policy has opened up a lot of debates. One key issue is creating a level playing field for OTT, over-the-top, platforms and other stakeholders such as DTH players and broadcasters. Industry leaders are not advocating for stifling regulation of OTT platforms. Instead, to ensure fair competition, they seek a level playing field with appropriate licensing frameworks and pricing structures for OTT services. Why does the industry need a level playing field? If the same content reaches viewers through multiple platforms, these platforms should be subject to the same taxation and regulation framework. While I won't specifically advocate for imposing taxes or regulations on OTT, on the same lines as cable and DTH, a level playing field requires either regulating/taxing both similarly or removing these barriers entirely, regardless of the technology used by the platform, said Harit Nagpal, CEO and MD, Tata Play. Stakeholders across various sectors are advocating for a level playing field, emphasizing the need for equitable regulation and market conditions. The All India Digital Cable Federation, AIDCF, for instance, in its submission to TRAI, Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, highlighted the significant growth of OTT platforms in India, stressing the necessity for regulatory measures to ensure fairness. The authority would be well aware that presently both free dish as well as the OTT platforms are unduly advantaged and are not adhering to the regulatory framework as have been notified and enshrined by the authority, despite them providing the same services as that of the DPOs. This subjects the DPOs to an unequal regulatory regime, and hence an urgent intervention is sought from the authority to firstly recommend establishment of a licensing framework for the OTT platforms with appropriate and applicable conditions by virtue of which only such licensed OTT platforms are allowed to remain operational in the country, said an excerpt from AIDCF's submission to TRAI.